Hi guys! So, for whatever reason, over the last couple of days, I haven't matched up with quite a few of you, so I am just going to make this quick video, and I hope that this will do effectively the same thing as what it would do if I video called you. So if you have any problems, obviously you can leave a message on this video, either me, Lance, or Josh will get back to you. But hopefully you guys will be able to pick this up. It's so easy once you know how to do it. It just looks kind of complicated. So, you're going to need to add yourself to this page. I will add links either above or below this video for everything that I'm going to waffle on about. We're going to be using the Discord server for this page, purely because it's really quick, and this page is awesome. You guys should all go and give Josh some love. It's just such a good page. Like last night, he was up so late giving people PkHexes. It's a really cool page. He does a lot for his people, including hosting this glorious thing, which is literally how I used to make my Pokemon before I had a hacked Switch, on this very server. So we're going to go back to basics here. So you just click it, it will link up to your Discord. If you don't have a Discord, you're going to have to sign up for a Discord. And it's literally that simple. The next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to download this program, which is Project Pokemon PkHex, and you want to download it here. This is the Windows version. I don't know an awful lot about the Mac version. If you are Mac, you're just going to have to wing this step, I'm afraid. The rest of it is exactly the same, but this, I have no idea. You can Google PkHex Mac, and you will come up with your equivalent. I'll see if I can link it, actually, and I'll see if I can save you guys a job. And then you want to find this page here, which is Smogon. I don't know how much any of you guys have dabbled in the internet and, you know, websites like this, but just a word of warning. Do not just Google smogon.com. This website is a nightmare to navigate. If you were going to be doing this way, the easiest way to do it is to just get rid of all of that, search Smogon, and then type in the Pokemon that you wanna be doing. So for me, I'm going to do a Cinderace. It just covers all of our bases for what we're going to need. And this is the sort of page that you are going to be looking for. You can also do this on Showdown if that is your preference, but I actually think that doubles your workload. You kind of have to make the Pokemon twice, and obviously I am lazy, so we're going to go with this way. So when you get to this page, once you've got PkHex downloaded, which looks something like this, you want to make sure that you're signed into Discord, you want to make sure that you've got PkHex open, and you want to make sure that you've got this sort of Smogon page open predominantly, so you've got that search bar there. That is going to be your best friend. So once you've got all these things together, you want to go to this Smogon page, and you're going to scroll down until you get to this box. And you're going to export it. You're just going to copy, literally right-click copy, and you were going to go down to PkHex, and you were going to go here, and you were going to go Tools, Showdown. Obviously, I already have a Cinderace, and you were just going to click Yes. That puts your Cinderace here. He is already legal for you, so that's pretty cool. That leaves all of these tabs pretty open to play with. If that green tick turns into an exclamation mark, do not stress at the moment, because we will get there at the end. So the most important question, how do we make shinies? Just like that. That will make you a star shiny Cinderace. If you don't want a star shiny and you want a square shiny, that's equally as easy. You just have to shift on your keyboard and click. So shift and mouse click, that turns that star into a yellow square, and that is now a star shiny. No, square shiny. If you want to change whether it's male or female, you just click that button there. Obviously, Cinderace, self-explanatory. This is the level your Pokemon is going to generate at, so I always preset them to level 100, but you can set it lower, you can set that to whatever level you want, as long as Cinderace can be that level in your game. This program will not make anything that is illegal or shiny locked, or, you know, there's literally no hazards to using this at all. So, you've got your nature and your stat nature, so you want to make sure that these match. I'm going to set them both to adamant. Obviously, you just mess with these however you want. It's going to change for every Pokemon, it's going to change for every person. Go mad, have fun. You know, this program is literally going to let you be everything that you wanted to be before but couldn't. So, this tab here, the held item. Ever wondered how people have like 100 Pokeballs? Any item that exists in the game, you can literally attach to your Pokemon. So, for my ever famous, very professional examples, I'm going to stick on some pasta. And literally, it is that simple. That Cinderace is now holding a bag of pasta. This tab here is the ability tab. For Cinderace, there's not any choices really. It has to be Librero. But if you're making something a bit more exciting, like a Tyranitar or something that has a couple of choices of good ones, obviously that's just how you change it. Doesn't really matter about this, doesn't really matter about this, unless you're making Dittos, in which case you just change the language to whatever you want. That won't have any kind of standing on your Pokemon, it just means that the Ditto is good to breed with. And then, obviously, these tabs down here, ignore that for now, we will get back to that in a second. This, if you tick this, it just means that you are giving your Cinderace Pokerus. So you want to max that. Just somewhere down there. And there you go, now it has Pokerus. I'm not really sure why that button exists, to be honest. That seems a bit pointless and cruel, but whatever. So now we've got the next tab. I always explain this tab from the bottom up. This is the tab that is going to be the biggest pain in your butt. So, we're going to start explaining it from the bottom. If you tick this button here and you say that you got this Cinderace as an egg, that then eradicates half of the problems that you are going to come up against with this god-awful, unholy tab. This just makes this tab so much easier. So I would recommend, if you can press this button and do it this way. Because otherwise you're going to have to find the absolute factual, what ball, what level, what route. You know, trying to make the fossils the first time when I was a newbie was not a fun thing to do. So if you can get it as an egg, get it as an egg. Obviously eggs always hatch at level 1, so you always want to make sure that that is set to level 1. Obviously starter Pokemon, common sense. You kind of have to run this with common sense. Sorry, let me turn this down. You always have to kind of roll with common sense with this program. Otherwise it's not going to work. So has to be a Pokeball for Cinderace. Also Pokeballs for the fossil Pokemon, some legendary Pokemon. And then obviously you've got the Cherish Balls as well for legendary Pokemon. But for literally anything else, you can put it in whatever ball you want, including the very extra Beast Balls, which are my favourite. So that's pretty cool. As you've told PkHex that this is an egg, you can hatch this wherever you want. So if you just drop down the Met Location tab and you just pick a place. Anyway, does not matter, does not make a difference. You can hatch an egg anywhere in the game, and so it literally does not matter where you tell this game that you have hatched this egg. These two tabs. If you are making something within the Sword and Shield decks, you do not have to mess with them. Literally, it is preset for you. If you wanted to make something that comes from a different game, like, for example, a Primarina, or like an Alolan Ninetales, or a Terrakion, or, you know, something that is not in the Sword and Shield decks, that's what these two tabs are for. So this top tab, Origin Game, is the tab that the Pokemon has come from. So if you were making a Primarina, you would set that to Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. And if you, obviously you are sending it to Shield. I think Terrakion is the same, actually. I think most things would come from Alola, so that would be Origin Game, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then Battle version would be Sword or Shield. And that just tells the game that it's coming from a different version, you are putting it into Sword and Shield, that's what's happening with that. So then we've got the next tab. So ours is still green tick, actually, we're doing pretty well. That just means that it is still legal. So, stats tab. I don't know how much you guys know about EVs and IVs. I'm going to presume on a battle page, you know your fair share, but for some of the people on the purge, I don't know how much you guys know. You predominantly want to be sticking 31 in the IVs, so 31 all the way down. The Smogon sets kind of do this for you. You just might want to mess with the EVs a little bit. So like, for example, on this set, I actually disagree that should be there, and I always stick it in defense. The easiest way to do this tab is to put 252 in 2 stats, and then you put the remaining 4 in another stat. You can distribute those however you want. You don't have to do 252, 2524. You can do it literally, you could put 16 in every one if you wanted. This is complete personal preference. But the most common way predominantly to drive this tab is to 252, 252, and then 4. The other really cool thing on this tab is that you've got the Gigantamax button, so no more max mushroom hunting, hooray. That's pretty cool. So we've got this tab. Obviously, if you import it from Smogon, you are going to import the battle, the moveset that you've just imported from Smogon. You can still change this, that's absolutely fine, you don't have to keep it. So if there's something on there that you don't want, that's cool. We're actually going to change U-turn for gunk shot. That is going to be a pretty good example of what we need to do next. That is telling you, that exclamation mark is telling you that this move is not a move learnt by leveling up. It is a TR move. So the way that you deal with that, it's not a problem. You come down to this tab here, technical records, and this will work for every single exclamation mark as long as it is legal within the game. So you click the technical records, you click remove all. And then you go up to this here, relearn moves, and it doesn't look like it's clickable, but it is. You were going to click it. And then this happens, and you just click yes. And now that has kind of filled some stuff in. You are now going to go to technical records, and you are going to give all. And then what you've just done is you've just kind of wiped the TR record slate clean. You've given it those relearn moves, and now you've just re-given it every single TR that this Pokemon can learn. So you literally just technical records, remove all, click relearn moves. Well, it won't shout at me because it just did shout at me. And then you click technical records, give all, and that is all you do. That's it. If that is still there, it just means that that can't be a relearn move because it's a TR. So you just scroll back to the top, you click none, and it's gone. This is also where you'd put any egg moves. So we're going to give high jump kick. I have no idea where I got to there. I literally had to sneeze so bad. Egg moves. Okay, so you would put any egg moves that you wanted to teach this Pokemon down here, not up here. So you won't always necessarily fill these if you are doing kind of low-level Pokemon. That's absolutely fine too. You don't have to fill them. You don't have to put egg moves in, so this could have just been left at tackle, growl, none, none. That would have been fine as well. But obviously if there is a good egg move that you want it to be able to relearn when you take it to a move tutoring game, that is the box to put it in. So now is the question. That is obviously a red exclamation mark because we've just messed with the moveset. If we click that now, hopefully it does that and it turns into a nice green tick, which means that that is legal, that is good to go. If it doesn't turn into a green tick, what will happen is you will get a big box here that makes the same god-awful noise that basically just tells you that you have done something wrong. It literally tells you what you have done wrong. Maybe not specifically, but if you read it and you think about it, you should be able to figure out what is not right about what you've just made. Obviously, if that bit does get you a bit stumped, just drop one of us a message, either Josh or like on the video, or over on Josh's page or on Josh's Discord, or even on Lance's page. One of us will get back to you and we will help you out as much as we can. This is the final pretty cool tab. This is just how you make this have your OT in game. So anybody that's had a Pokemon off me will know that that is my trainer number. It's not really my trainer number, but it's a very memorable number. And this is why. And then obviously that would be your trainer ID. So you do not touch the SID. In the entire time that I have been using this program, I have never had a reason to touch the SID. I don't even know what it does, but don't touch it. All I know is if you mess with this, that turns back to a exclamation mark, and that is not what we are aiming for here. So do not touch this. This is your trainer ID that you can find on any Pokemon that you have caught. I also believe it's on your trainer card. It doesn't really matter what you put in this box. You could just put like 0000 if you really wanted to. And then obviously this is your trainer ID. And then when you get sent this Pokemon in-game, it will literally look as if this was yours from the beginning. It will have your number, it will have everything that you want, which is also pretty cool if you've got tournaments and stuff coming up and they expect you to breed and you don't have time for that. So another really useful thing as well is when you get to this point, make sure your shiny didn't just untick, because it did. If you mess with the trainer information, your shiny will untick. So you need to make it a habit to go back and double check that that shiny button is ticked, because let me tell you, if you get to the arse end of this Discord queue and it gets to your game and it is not the beautiful shiny that you've just spent the last 5 minutes making, it is sad. It is sad times. So always check your shiny button. I think that's pretty much it for PkHex. So I'm going to shut this. You want to drag this Pokemon down to one of these boxes. That will stay there. That will kind of soft save there until you properly shut the program. So that's safe there until you shut the program. For Discord, you just want to grab this and you want to drop it on your desktop, which I apologise is a huge mess. It automatically saves into a PK8 file, and this is what you were going to dump into Discord to make your Pokemon. So obviously it still stays there, you don't have to save that again because it's just saved here. This is exactly what you need. So you want to go back down to Firefox, you want to open up that, you want to get onto your Discord, wherever it is. Where is Discord? You want to scroll down to, so Josh is here, you want to scroll down until you get to Firebot, and this is where you want to be at. So you want to close this, you want to grab your PK8 file, you want to take it back over to your browser, you want to get into your Discord, and you want to drop it down here, and that's going to happen. So what that's just said basically is you've just dumped that file there, it can read that the file is a Cinderace, and then in this box here you have to type in the command for the bot. This is not a person you're trading with, it is a switch that nobody else is on the other end of. It doesn't know patience, it's not going to know what to do with this if you don't send the command, so you have to make sure that the command is correct, and this changes for every server. It will predominantly be some kind of punctuation with trade. So for Josh's, it's $trade. So $trade. Do not send it. Do not send it at this point. At this point, you want to just triple check that your switch is turned on, that your switch is connected to the internet, and that you have almost set up your trade code. So on Josh's server, the other really cool thing about it is that the trade code is always set to 0000. So you're not waiting for 8 trade code numbers, you're waiting for the last 4. Obviously that just saves you an awful lot of time, but sometimes if you're first in the queue, this is super quick. So if you are first in the queue and you don't want to risk missing this Pokemon, you just want to make sure that you're set. So at this point, connect to the internet, do your set code, do your trade code, and literally you are good to send this. So I'm going to annoy several people in the trade queue because we're going to send this and we're not going to receive it. What will happen is we are at the bottom of here. I'm added to the link queue 2.2 minutes, which is actually really decent. So over here now, we've got an inbox sort of thing. And this is literally telling you where you are in the trade queue. As you can see, we've done many of these. So the first message you'll get will say, I've added you to the queue. I'll message you here when your trade is starting. And then it also says that you've added to the link queue. So for every minute that you're in the queue, that means that there's one person in the queue before you. So if there's 2 minutes, there's 2 people in the queue. 3 minutes, 3 people in the queue, blah, blah, blah. And then we just wait until this gives us a trade code, which will start with 0000. Even that is a weird habit, because I'm not even trading this to myself, so I'm not sure what we're waiting for. I will carry on the video. So, that's probably the most habit thing that I have done, and I don't want to make this video again, so I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with it. So, obviously you will get your trade code, you put your trade code in, you will receive this Pokemon like any other Pokemon. You can trade this bot whatever you want. You can give it Admon, you can give it Crapmon, you can give it Final Evolution Shinies if you really want to. Literally, this bot does not care. Obviously, we rather you would give it Admon or, spam stuff. You don't have to. There's your trade code. Woo! Shiny Cinderace. You don't have to, but obviously Admon, we don't want him in the game, so bin him off if you can. Josh loves him, so send him his way. And that's pretty much it for this. There are some other really cool tabs on Josh's server. So if you scroll down to, there is a tab here somewhere called Events. I believe this is full of good PK8s. All of these are PK8s where you just download them. They go straight to your downloads file. That's pretty cool. They've got the Game Boy icons, so that's pretty cool too. I don't know where Telf's file is, but obviously explore this little bit here, this tab here, and just have a rummage around. There's some really cool stuff here. I don't know what shiny eggs these are, but they look kind of fun. I'm also going to show you another Discord just real quick before I go, and I will link this one too. This one is called Zerora's Emporium. This is another really consistent one, but it is busy, like mad busy. I wouldn't recommend you use this because the trade queues are just insane, absolutely crazy. You're talking like 12 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes from the get-go. There's 3 of them here, Zerobot, Bulbabot, Oshabot, they're all free, but obviously they're public servers, so they're super busy. The bit that is cool about this page is if you go to PK8 collection, which is just by here, there are these glorious files, which are the files that I used to use before I met Josh. So some amazing person, like Telf and Josh, have put all of these things together for you guys. It is so simple. So there's actually one here for 6IV shiny eggs, there's Trick Room stuff, there's competitive Pokemon stuff. You just download the file, it gets sent to you as a zip file, you obviously export it, and then you just have a file of PK8s. I'll open up my egg file actually and I'll show you before we go. Okay, that was a don't scroll left, don't scroll right moment. Nobody needs to go through my downloads file. So, this is what your egg, or this is what one of the files looks like off Zerobot. So this is the egg one, and it's organised into balls, which I think is really cool. Literally, if you wanted like an Eevee and a Beast Ball, you would just quite literally scroll down to 133, I believe an Eevee is off the top of my head. And there's your PK8, so you would just grab that if you want to mess around with it a little bit, which you don't have to do, you can just chuck this straight in the bot. But if you want to mess around with it a little bit, you just dump it in there, right click, view, and now your Cinderace is an Eevee, and you can mess with all of this stuff over here. Obviously not the levels, but you can mess with like movesets, egg moves, natures, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then you would just have to drag that down to your desktop so it saves to a PK8, like you did with the Cinderace, and that's pretty much it. That is literally it. You don't have to mess with these files. You can just send them straight through the Discord if you don't want to. That's pretty cool too. I think you can actually do it off your phone as well, if you have the patience and the tolerance. But that is literally it. That is literally it in a nutshell. It is that simple. You can do absolutely any Pokemon you want, and once you get really good at it, it's literally as quick as this. We'll do a Tentacruel real quick. Just scroll down, export, right click, down into PkHex, tools, showdown, import, yep. There's your PkHex, which for some reason it thinks is an egg. If we untick that, there's a pretty good example of why it's shouting, reel-in moves, and can't hatch egg at met location. So, met location, as an egg, you cannot hatch an egg in a link trade. Good call. Attacks, technical records, removal, reel-in moves. Why though, Tentacruel? Why? Why is Smogon doing this to me? Why? None. Oh, this moveset hates me. Is this any better? Let's give this one a go. There you go. Is he legal? He is legal! Woohoo! That's it. That's literally it. Takes you like 1 minute once you get good at it. And then obviously you just need to play around, you just need to press some buttons, you need to kind of experiment with this program, and you need to figure out how works best for you. This is how works best for me. I am sorry that this video was so shockingly terrible. Everybody that I've video called has had to go through the same ordeal, and you will be glad to know that only about 2 or 3 of them have actually messaged me with other questions, probably because I traumatized them enough through this tutorial. But it is really not hard. So I will post you guys all the links, I will set you guys up. I want you guys to go and give it a go. If you need any help, which after this video, obviously fair play to you if you're coming back to me, but if you do need help, just post a comment somewhere, wherever this video is, on the page or over on Giratina's court, and somebody will get back to you, okay? So I hope you guys, I wish you guys luck. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will definitely see you around and talk to you on the pages. Good night.